Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Hari Om to everybody. Yesterday, as we said, Guru Papa is trying to prepare us. Prepare us means to have the right background before we arrive on the 24th of this month, which happens to be the Guru Purnima. A sincere effort is to be made to know the real Guru, the Guru who is within, whose presence has been made known to us by the same Guru in an outer form. If we are not informed, we may continue with our usual individual life based on individualistic thoughts. So here now an opportunity has been given to us to know that Guru is within through an outer Guru. And the day, Guru Purnima day, to offer our humble homage, respect to both the outer and the inner Guru, so that our journey towards the ultimate becomes faster and faster. Otherwise it may be lukewarm. Very important day. So for that Papa chose that why don't you go through the vision for the month of July, where he has prompted to bring about inspiring words of masters, including Papa, Mataji and Swamiji, on the various aspects of the Guru within and the Guru without. Today, a small article, but a rich and pregnant with sublime idea of Swami Chidanji Maharaj. Guru Dakshina. Guru Purnima is the sacred full moon day all over India, when disciples tend to travel to be present at their Guru Sthan. They fulfill their desire to sit before the Guru, to offer their reverence and receive from him a quickening impulse that will give them a fresh impetus in their journey beyond sorrow to the realm of eternal bliss, the realm of light beyond all darkness. They also desire to show their reverence by making an offering, Guru Dakshina, as a symbol of their gratitude. Guru Purnima is the sacred full moon day when all over India disciples tend to travel to be present at their Guru Sthan. They fulfill their desire to sit before the Guru, to offer their reverence and receive from him a quickening impulse that will give them a fresh impetus in their journey beyond sorrow to the realm of eternal bliss, the realm of light beyond all darkness. Normally we all do this. All over India, people travel to their Gurudham. But whether we are trying to do this or not, each one has to do it. There is a joy, when we see the Guru in physical form. And in that joy, we forget the purpose for which we have been drawn there. Some program will be there along with us. We remember way back in 2002 or 3, when we were in Junagadh, in the place, Girnar, where we were camping for 21 days in an ashram. So, Guru Purnima day came. Otherwise, it's a small ashram with very few people. And there are no activities excepting at 4 o'clock in the morning people assemble, those who are interested. And they will have some chanting for half an hour. Otherwise, it is all inward journey only. And the ashram is surrounded by dense forest. And behind that there is Girnar. So, on the Guru Purnima, suddenly we saw 2 days before Guru Purnima day, Shamiyanas were put up. Cooks from different places came. And before the day of Guru Purnima, the ashram was full, overflowing. Mostly people from Gujarat and Maharashtra. They are all assembled there. And then there they have got a big havan also on that particular day. They follow certain system of ritual. And the head of the institution is there who is the pivotal point. So people come there one by one, they form a queue, they bring their offerings, place it before the Guru, do pranam, and then go. Then the Guru said that tomorrow at a time, Homa will start. All of you can participate. And Bhajan was also there. Evening also there was a get together. They were talking in Gujarati. We were able to understand the details. But the next day, everybody started packing off. The third day or fourth day, the ashram was back again. Very few people, roughly about 10 to 15 or 20 people. Very big ashram. It's a small ashram, but the place has got wide contacts. You cannot imagine for 2-3 days how the ashram was overflowing. So we were just wondering now whether we had really spent. They were all, they had spent a lot of money to travel and reach there. Spend a lot of their time. Took leave, so many things. But there is a joy, there is a sentimental emotional satisfaction. Whether it gave really an impetus in their journey, a fresh impetus. But we don't. We were thinking, why this Homa or Havan and participation? We are participating. Whatever they ask us to do, we also do. Then, though we were not able to understand the thing, later on it was made clear. If there is no activity there will be only talk. So and all of them have got faith in all these rituals. So the Pontiffs must have thought that if they are made to engage in this particular act, where something is offered reverentially to the invisible, Lord of the universe through Agni, something will develop in their heart. Might be, we don't know. But the real purpose of joining is to get now, Siddhanji Maharaj beautifully put. They fulfill their desire to sit before the Guru, to offer their reverence and receive from him a quickening impulse that will give them a fresh impetus, push in their journey beyond sorrow to the realm of eternal bliss, Shashvatananda, the realm of light beyond all darkness. They also desire to show their reverence by making an offering, Guru Dakshina, as a symbol of their gratitude. Being sincere and earnest in sadhana, rededicating themselves to the great ideals of spirituality. What are they? Renunciation, dispassion, discrimination, abhyasam, practice, spiritual sadhana, that indeed would be the Guru Dakshina desired by the Guru. Symbolically we give money or dress, sweets, fruits, or anything that will be useful to the Guru. Perfectly alright. But real Guru Dakshina, renunciation, dispassion, discrimination, spiritual sadhana, that indeed would be the Guru Dakshina desired by the Guru. The Dakshina desired by the Guru would be that each disciple shines at the center of fiery aspiration, intense fervor, total dedication to the ideal, a resolute determination to follow the path, come what may, to adhere to Guru's instructions, and to live by the lofty ideals placed before us by the ancient seers and sages. What is Guru Dakshina? The Dakshina desired by the Guru would be that each disciple shines at the center of fiery aspiration, from the lukewarm aspiration to fiery aspiration. Intense fervor and total dedication to the ideal. A resolute determination to follow the path, come what may. To adhere to Guru's instructions and to live by the lofty ideals placed before us by the ancient seers and sages. With all enthusiasm and sincerity, we try to go to the Guru's stand, do pranams, and we find joy, we make an offering, everything is there. But are we really making use of it? Are we trying to convert our Guru Dakshina into this? This is something on which Papa wants us to think about. Fiery aspiration. Because of our preoccupation with various other vyavahar, this might get diluted. The intensity might get diluted. We may be seeing as individuals, objects and situations. We may not be seeing the finger of God behind it. So Guru Purnima is a day when we are reminded. I must do something every day. I can't isolate myself from the rest of the activities in one stroke. But at the same time, I should be able to connect myself to Him. So mentally I seek the Guru, the blessings of the grace of the Guru within, through the Guru without. I seek the blessings of the Guru within through the Guru without. Make me somehow feel the connection. Everything is alright except this. Yesterday Puja Swamiji was telling, a particular word. The beauty here is that this is not a travel outside. Our goal is not far away from us. We are that. Capital T, capital H, capital A, capital. The so-called travel is only a process of removing that which makes us feel that we are not. We are not that. This is our prayer. So prayer to the Guru within to reveal His presence inside, and we cannot directly, we are unable to go directly, so we seek the help of the outer Guru. Kindly show us the task. Kindly lead us, guide us. That is the real Guru-Dakshina. Pray. The ancient saying is, physician, heal thyself. First and foremost, start with your good work. How to develop this act of real Guru-Dakshina? First, start with your good work. Work for a renewal within yourself. Renewal. They are working, but are we renewing this? Work for rebirth. Work for the emergence of a new being within you. Work for the emergence of a new being within you. Guru Purnima is an occasion for a renewal. From out of the ashes of your unspiritual self, that is wedded to ignorance, to attachment to sense objects, emerge as a new shiny new being. Stand on the ashes of your cremated ego, Papa Devi. But Swamiji puts it in a different way. From out of the ashes of your unspiritual self, that is the me and mine. Which is wedded to ignorance, which is wedded to attachment to the sense objects. From there, we should emerge as a shiny new being. Having annihilated the previous personality, begin your work here. Gurudev used to say, kill this little I, die to live, lead the divine life. That indeed is the greatest Guru-Dakshina. So, removal of me and mine is the Guru-Dakshina. So far we were satisfied with offering something, outwardly to the Guru. Somehow it did not strike to us. When the Guru looks at us, smiles, says a few words, we are satisfied. Beyond that, we also don't go far. He may attend to some of our even petty needs that our mind will highlight. As soon as we went there, Mataji gave us a cup of coffee. Our mind is, getting more and more limited to that. No doubt, they do it with some purpose, to touch and kindle these noble things. But what remains is only that act, not to emulate that act. It is not a renewal. So he says here, first and foremost, start with your good work. Work for a renewal within yourself. Key is not given, or what you call it, the clues are not given. You have to develop. How the renewal within. Work for rebirth. Rebirth means, the old personality. with all its likes and dislikes, preference, priorities, preconceived notions. From there, we have to be reborn. It's a very, very subtle and sublime point Swamiji has raised here. Work for rebirth, work for the emergence of a new being within you. Guru Purnima is an occasion for a renewal. From out of the ashes of your unspiritual self that is wedded to ignorance, that is wedded to attachment to sense objects, they emerge as a shiny new being. Very tall order for all of us. But we will keep it as an ideal. Having annihilated the previous personality, begin your work here. Deeply reflect upon this. Ponder this vital, very significant idea. Start with yourself. Become a new being. Shine with this renewal. May it be your Guru Dakshina. God will be pleased, Guru will be delighted, the whole brotherhood will be benefited. And above all, you will be most benefited by your offering. Deeply reflect upon this. Ponder this vital, very significant idea. Start with yourself. Become a new being. Shine with this renewal. May this be your Guru Dakshina. God will be pleased, Guru will be delighted, the whole brotherhood will be benefited. And above all, you will be most benefited by your offering. May God and Guru inspire you to contemplate this in all seriousness and sincerity, in all earnestness. Ponder this, do it. Guru Dakshina. Wonderful perspective of Guru Dakshina. Not the outward offering. Outward offering is there. That will be there as a symbolic act. But far, far, far from that, this is what is expected of us by our Guru. More and more of we and us, less and less of me and mine. And while doing this, while involving this, self-effacement should be there. Otherwise, it is counterproductive. We are trying to impose something on ourselves. And when somebody acknowledges, we take credit. That is why he said, come out of the ashes of your unspiritual self. That is wedded to ignorance and attachment to sense objects. We should emerge as a shiny new being. Once again, we will read the inspiring article. Guru Purnima is the sacred full moon day, when all over India disciples tend to travel to be present at their Guru Sthan. They fulfill their desire to sit before the Guru, to offer their reverence and receive from him a quickening impulse that will give them a fresh impetus in their journey beyond sorrow to the realm of eternal bliss, the realm of light beyond all darkness. That is the goal. They also desire to show their reverence by making an offering Guru Dakshina as a symbol of their gratitude. Being sincere and earnest in sadhana, rededicating themselves to the great ideals of spirituality, that is renunciation, dispassion, discrimination, abhyasam, spiritual sadhana. That indeed would be the Guru Dakshina desired by the Guru. The Dakshina desired by the Guru would be that each disciple shines as a center of fiery aspiration, intense fervor, and total dedication to the ideal. A resolute determination to follow the path, come what may, to adhere to Guru's instructions, and to live by the lofty ideal placed before us by the ancient seers and sages. The ancient saying is, physician, heal thyself. First and foremost, start with good work. Work for a renewal within yourself. Even in the Vyavaharik sense, statutory, there will be some approval from some authorities. They will say every 5 years you have to renew. And there will be something to be observed. We have to give them 2-3 years of statement or account, a brief of our activities. Just think about it. Why? Whether they are eligible for the concession that is given, or whether the purpose for which the institution is set up, whether they are carrying on the same idea. All these are checked out. How to do that? Only when they say your certificate will be renewed if you fulfill these conditions. Driving license, they give you for 5 years or 10 years. Again, we have to renew. When we go for renewal, not that the individual has changed, but whether he is fulfilling the condition. Just think about renewal. The word renewed is very, very nice. We have been devotees of Baba Mataji. It will be there at some level. But Guru Purnima day, when the Guru says, it is a day of renewal, we try to remember, are we living up to what we have been asked to? Has there been a conscious effort on our part to widen our love circle, get out of the cage of me and mine? That is renewal. So renewal within yourself. Work for rebirth. Work for the emergence of a new being within you. Guru Purnima is an occasion for a renewal. From out of the ashes of your unspiritual self, to me and mine, that is wedded to ignorance, to attachment to sense objects, emerge as a shiny new being. Having annihilated the previous personality, begin your work here. Gurudev used to say, kill this little I, die to live, yield the divine knowledge. That indeed is the great direction. Deeply reflect upon this, ponder this vital, very significant idea. Start with yourself, become a new being, shine with this renewal. May this be your direction. God will be pleased, Guru will be delighted, the whole brotherhood will be then benefited. Above all, you will be most benefited by your offering. May God and Guru inspire you to contemplate this in all seriousness and sincerity, in all earnestness. Ponder this, do it. Finally, he gives this punishment. Ponder this, don't stop with pondering, do it. It's a wonderful message, very inspiring message. Easy for us to remember that word, renewal. Renewal and Guru Daksha. Guru Purnima is the day for renewal. We parade before us the day when we contacted a Mahatma who inspired us, and how they facilitated through so many other Mahatmas, so many other teachings, how they guided us. Though we were not showing 100% sincerity towards it, by making us, subjecting us to go through little pinpricks or adversity. Today we happen to, yesterday we received an email requesting by a great Pandit that they are trying to organize 1 lakh people, to chant Adi Shankara Bhagavad Pada's Saundarya Lahari. Purpose: world peace, unity. So when this corona pandemic is there, though we all blame, though we all say we are not comfortable with what is going on now, there is another side to it. Just imagine a person or an institution based in Trivandrum is trying to organize such a mammoth program. And they are bringing this, so that each one will get an opportunity to know about Saundarya Lahari, know about Adi Shankara Bhagavad Pada, to know about Prakriti, Purusha, Purushottama, to know about the static and the dynamic aspect of the reality, to know about the Divine Mother, to know about the Nirguna and Saguna aspect of His Mother. See the possibility. So through one individual, this motivation comes, and when definitely it will become a reality. Because God is facilitating, Amma is facilitating, the Divine Mother is facilitating everything for them to go ahead. So like that, it's a renewal. So why we remembered, the pandemic gives an opportunity for us to renew our contact with Him, renew our contact with the Divine Mother, who is behind this creation. We all say Srishti, Sthiti, Samhara, creator, protector, destroyer. But that mysterious power which is responsible for this creation, sustenance, and finally annihilation, that we normally forget, we hardly bring this in our daily activities. When we go to ashram, when we hear something, when we read, we dwell on it for some time. But in all our dealings, we don't bring this. So now we understand this pandemic is also caused by the Almighty Lord, so that we start thinking about this, make a U-turn and involve in such an activity where, we try to think in terms of a broader vision. What for it is organized, they are clearly set out. Vishnu Shanti and oneness, unity of all. This is the idea, So suppose we start taking everything as an act of renewal. then we'll be able to take. Next month probably we will be having Viral Papa. Next month. 13th August we will have Viral Papa Samadhi Day. In September we will probably having Puja Mataji, Jayanti. All those things we say, we don't mean anything beyond certain level. But it's a renewal. Otherwise, we don't need to declare all these things. So why are we made to declare? The inspiring life and mission of Papa has to be remembered intensely, So that is why the Samadhi Day comes, or the Jayanti Day comes, or the Sannyas Day comes. We forgot. We only said, we try to remember the day. No doubt. And on that particular day, at the time of flower offering, at the time of 11:30 or 12 o'clock, we again try to dwell on the various aspects of their inspiring life and mission. 3:30, 4:30 session, although we may. But there ends the whole thing. Are we treating it as a renewal? Kindly think about it. Siddhanji Maharaj has beautifully coined the word renewal. So this is the day first we will start with Guru Purnima Day. We will not just leave it like that. No external activity is going to be changed. But our attitude towards external activity, we will try to make a change. So let us all pray to Him who is within, who is facilitating us to dwell on these aspects, to give us the needed push. Let it not get diluted, please. My mind will immediately get diverted to something else. Let me not. Let me try to get somehow stabilized in this. Let the prayer be with us. Pray to Him. By the time we reach the Guru Purnima Day, mind must have gone through so many such churning. So more and more clarity comes to us about our relationship with the Guru within, the Guru without. Ayo. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om. Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om. Shri Ram Jai Ram 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 Jai Ram Om. Shri Ram. Hari Om. Hari Om.